Brian Banafitemi and Tim Sports. I'm Blake Suniga, and we're thrilled to have you with us.
And now we take a brief look at the matchups for our tip-off coming moments from now.
Tonight, we have a pair of teams that highlight the value of strong teamwork. Gotta love it.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, they're two of the best passing teams in the league. The chemistry on both sides is pretty obvious.
And they're also two of the smartest teams. We're not going to see a lot of wasted possessions or careless turnovers here tonight.
Out of bounds, it'll be Aces ball.
Now the Aces with it. Gray outside.
From the arc, Green with the rebound.
And here is Gray. Outside Howard. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, Jordan Canada. Good. And the assist goes to Brittany Griner.
Check out the pace Canada plays at. She's got a shot up within moments of getting the ball.
Pass to Wilson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
You love her presence on this team as a scorer. It has a calming effect for them. She's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Canada. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Howard up top. To the inside.
Oh, you know, I had to do a double take just seeing Brittany Griner in a new uniform.
Yeah, no longer with the Mercury after 12 marvelous seasons. Won a championship in 2014, 9 All-Star appearances, 2 scoring titles. Griner had an incredible impact in Phoenix.
And she knocks down the first one.
Well, no one has blocked shots like Brittany Griner, a one-of-a-kind defender.
I mean, she led the league in block shots in each of her first 8 years in the W. And it's about more than just her length. Griner just reads the game so well, is such a high IQ player.
That misses, so she splits the free throws.
Really, the moment Brittany Griner steps on the floor, she's impacting the game because as an opponent, you have to react to her physical abilities as well as her skill and her touch as a scorer.
Now here's Gray. Here's Smith. And it's Brittany Griner with the rebound.
That's the kind of D that's needed when she's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over her.
Pass to Jones. And stolen by Asia Wilson. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Now here's Howard. D right on her. Deflects the pass. One-on-one fast break. Here's Gray. Wilson right side. Pass to Young. And there's the pick. Shot clock at 6. Back to Wilson.
Brianna Jones with some nice D.
Atlanta in the lead. Outside Howard. Yes, and a nice assist from Brianna Jones.
Well, when Howard is knocking down threes, Ryan is unguardable.
Now here's Young. And here in the first, 3 minutes in. And there's the call on Young. That is her first foul of the game.
Terrific defensive play. Cut her off, squared up. Nice play.
Yeah, not showing some toughness on defense. Getting physical, sticking her nose in there, and making a play.
Now here is Canada. Howard up top. Here's the 3. And the dream, another 3.
And I'm sensing this game really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge, no doubt about it. And that lead's going to get more and more comfortable as they do.
I agree, Brian. Let's see how this one plays out.
Gray with it. Guarded by Canada. Down low. Here's Wilson.
A special move before the shot.
A bruiser in the painted area. Wilson also has a soft touch.
Pass to Jones. Gray. Outside Howard. And here is Gray. There's the three. The rebound by A'ja Wilson. The Aces trailing. Pass to Gray. Back to Smith. Young. Gray defending. Here's Bell. Back to Young. From deep three-point range. Griner with the rebound.
Sometimes she can hit that deep three, but it's really not a great look for her. Not a very well-advised shot.
No. I mean, even for her, that's too far out.
Now here's Howard. 6 points for her. The 17-footer. A nice shot by Griner.
Honestly, when she hits from this area of the court, you might as well quit. It makes Griner almost impossible to stop. You just can't leave her out there.
And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
And the shot goes in.
That's what I call pretty passive. Timely recognition as to where the open teammate was.
Canada with it. Pass to Gray. Griner. A good look for Ryan Howard. And he sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Here's Young.
And the Aces selecting A'ja Wilson with the first pick back in the 2018 draft. That was a franchise-changing moment.
Absolutely. Wilson has now won a few MVPs and multiple titles with the Aces, proving that when you add a generational player like A'ja, it can change everything.
Now here's Gray. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Good work there as it goes.
Their offense has come together immediately. They're threatening to run away with this game.
I can't imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they can even come close, look out.
Yeah, to pick up and keep this offensive pace would be insane.
Here's Gray, trailing by 10. Here's Wilson.
Well, after winning her 3rd MVP in 2024, no one has won that award more than A'ja Wilson.
Yeah, picking up number 3 at just 28 years old. Wilson's on a trajectory we have never seen. A 4th MVP would set a new league record.
And the first one falls for her.
And not only has A'ja Wilson won MVP awards, she also has multiple Defensive Player of the Year trophies.
Yeah, the key there, Blake, is plural. I mean, she's got a bunch of them. And so when we watch Wilson, we are no doubt watching the best two-way player in the game. Plus, you think she's added that three-point shot as well a couple of years ago. The only question with A'ja Wilson is, what can she do?
Well, this season, we have the Golden State Valkyries, and it's the first expansion team since Atlanta in the late 2000s.
Yeah, and soon the WNBA will expand to Canada with the Toronto Tempo starting play next year. Plus, you got the rebirth of the Portland franchise.
Yeah, those are 2 basketball-crazed areas joining the fold. Personally, I'm really excited for the Seattle-Portland rivalry to be renewed.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy because 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup.
Pass to Gray. Griner. Screen by Griner. Just 4 to shoot. Howard gets the bucket.
They built a big lead very early.
Boy, right from the tip, there isn't anything they haven't done well.
It has been a textbook dominant performance.
And it's the Aces with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Outside Evans. Wilson sets a screen. Outside Young. Shoots the 3. Green with the rebound.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Now here is Canada. Pass to Griner. Howard, guarded by Young. This one for three. Here's Hillman. And the bucket counts, and she's on her way to the line to try to make it a three-point play. Both teams deciding to change it up.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
And last year, the Dream made the playoffs for the second straight season.
Yeah, remember, they missed 4 straight postseasons before that. So Atlanta, I would say, is headed in the right direction. The addition of Ryan Howard was a huge reason why.
Now Walker Kimbrough. Pass to Caldwell. They set a pick to the middle. Kone. And she floats it in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
You can always depend on her to put that lead pass right on the money.
Here's Young. They really want to find that igniter here.
That's right. Their offense is ground to a standstill.
Maybe you need to suit up, Tim. They need a spark. Now Gustafson. Gray, covered by Walker Kimbrough. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there. And it goes on Walker Kimbrough.
The point mixing up inside. Remember, Gray is 5'11". That's great size for a point in this league.
The first one falls.
And right before the 2025 WNBA season, Chelsea Gray won Finals MVP of the new 3-on-3 league.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch that 3-on-3 league. Gray playing during the offseason, adding another title to her resume. She's got gold in the games, a few titles in the WNBA as well for good measure.
So she gets them both.
In 2021, the Aces signed free agent Chelsea Gray, and that was a monster move in league history.
For sure. I mean, she was a part of back-to-back championships with Las Vegas, and Gray was actually the 2022 Finals MVP. If the Aces didn't sign her, you wonder if they're still looking for a title.
Outside Lloyd. Gray. Pass to Stokes. Evans up top. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lloyd for long range. And here's Walker Kimbrough. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change.
Back-to-back titles in 2022 and 23. The Aces have been the franchise in this league.
They've been to the semifinals in each of the last 6 playoffs. And, guys, there is a clear expectation in Sin City. Win it all.
And the first one at the line is good.
In the offseason, Atlanta added some major front court firepower.
They signed 6'9" Brittany Griner, taking her from Phoenix after 12 years with the Mercury. Also adding 6'3" Brianna Jones, a 3-time All-Star with Connecticut. Those are 2 huge pieces. Huge. Pun intended.
And good on the second, so she makes both.
Well, when you think about the best organization in the W, Las Vegas has to be near the top of the list.
I mean, no team has won more over the last 5 years, but also no one has invested more with their own dedicated practice facility, improved arena as well. The Aces are very serious about winning.
Now here's Walker Kimbrough. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and game clock. To the paint. And that one's good. Jones.
An old school big. Jones loves to mix it up down low.
There's Jewel Lloyd with the three. Ooh, no luck on that one. The first quarter concludes and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. It's the Dream. They lead by 14. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move into the second. And the Dream have been rolling along, haven't they?
Not too much trouble for them in the rebounding department as they've really dominated the glass.
Yeah, they flexed their muscle down low and really limited second chances.
Gray covered by Walker Kimbrough. Gray with the bucket.
You know, I think the size of Gray sometimes surprises opponents. Yes, she's a 1, but she's almost 6 feet and just so strong.
And Atlanta has possession. Coffee outside. Pass to Jones. Makes it off the glass.
Well done to finish that one off.
Now here's Gray. Now Lloyd. The three. Rebounded by Coffee. Now Walker Kimbrough. Pass to Caldwell. Now here's Coffee. Now Walker Kimbrough. Offensive rebound. Jones. And the layup is good.
And that was some excellent positioning from Jones on the offensive glass, getting herself room to grab the ball and send it back.
Back to Gray for three. Screens the three-pointer.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Here's Caldwell. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Pass to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. That's her 4th basket of this game, and she's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Well, this is why you get Jones the rock in close. Terrific at converting.
Count it. Good.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
They have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely. On the other side, really not much resistance put up.
Inside. A shot by Caldwell, no good. And here are the aces now. Chelsea Gray for 3. Another 3 for Las Vegas.
Talk about a creative ball handler. Once Gray gets defenders off balance, it's over.
Now here's Walker Kimbrough. Gray defending. 4 on the clock. Here's Jones.
Gustafson with the rebound.
Nice play on D. Got that hand in her face, and it prevented an easy look.
Exactly. She was alert and aware and really just reacted quickly to that shot.
Now here's Coffee. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
Very close call there on the illegal screen.
I'd go along with it. You know, to me, it didn't really look like her feet were set.
Both teams will make substitutions. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter play. Pass to Gustafson. And here is Gray, guarded by Canada. And here's Bell. 6 to shoot.
Jackie Young on the wing.
Corner shot. And it's Brittany Griner with the rebound.
Well, I'm going to say the defense got pretty lucky right there because she's going to make a lot more of those than she misses when she gets that much more.
Now here's Jones. She's got 8. Stolen by Chelsea Gray. Pass to Stokes. Gray over Canada. Gray, that's good.
That's the relentless attitude Gray brings to the hardwood. She wants to score by any means necessary.
Here's Canada. Now Jones.
Covered by Gustafson.
Here's Griner. Tries to snap the cold streak. No shot off that time. Gray outside. Pass to Stokes. And stolen by Alicia Gray. Down low. Here's Griner. Got her in the air with the pump fake and took advantage.
With Griner's frame and fundamentals, she's become one of the league's most dominant interior scorers.
Here's Gray. She's got 12. Five on the clock. To the middle. Young shot's good.
Well, you look at Young, she's strong, a bigger guard, and that helps her down low.
Atlanta in the lead.
A bona fide all-star. Talk about Jackie Young and her game.
Well, she's got great size for a guard and can bully smaller players with her strength. But then you got to also factor in the skill side of things. Young has finished top 3 in three-point shooting a couple times.
And the dream call time here. Outside. Outside Howard. Pass to Jones. Clock at 4.
Great D that time from Parker Tyus.
Now here is Lloyd. She's guarded by Griner. And here's Bell. 14 feet out. Again, Las Vegas.
Coaches love a solid shooter like Wilson, a player you can rely on to get production from.
Here's Canada. Pass to Gray. Now here's Griner. Griner with the screen. For 3, Ryan Howard. Yep, that one goes.
Okay, well, part of what makes Griner a great center is her ability to execute the pick and roll effectively.
Las Vegas trailing. To the paint and stolen by Brittany Griner. Gray outside. Pass to Canada. Back Back to Gray. Jones outside. Howard, 5 to shoot. The pick by Jones. The 3 ball. Cheyenne Parker comes up with the rebound. Here's Bell, guarded by Howard. Outside Young. Here's Bell. They grab their own miss. Pass to Young. Parker ties the screen. Here's Wilson. Well, it was only a matter of time. They finally get the bucket.
Simply tenacious on the O-boards. Wilson attacks the loose ball with the intent of putting it back in the hoop.
And here's Howard. Pass to Gray. 3-pointer. The second chance effort. Reiner with the bucket, getting it done inside.
The defense is pretty much helpless to stop that layup. Just too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Now a timeout called by Las Vegas. Look at the numbers. Three-point shooting has leveled off a bit here in the W.
Yeah, it's still a huge part of the game, but the amount of attempts isn't increasing like it was before. It's been about the same the last couple years.
Well, and we're all thinking why, right? And I think it's because teams have gotten better at defending the three-point line. And listen, there's really only so many threes you can take per game.
To the left side wing, to the inside. Wilson. She scores her 5th field goal, and she's taken 9 shots to get there.
Well, once Wilson catches fire, she stays hot. Her aggressiveness on offense is why her teammates keep feeding her.
Here's Canada. Pass to Howard. Three-pointer. Gets it to drop, and she's now shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Very clever passing. She put that ball on a silver platter for her.
And it's the Aces with the ball. They trail by 9 points. Josie Gray for 3. It's rebounded by Atlanta. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Canada. Pass to Howard for 3. It's rebounded by Young. Here's Bell, guarded by Howard. And Wilson gets it to go.
And Wilson likes asserting her dominance inside, just brushing off the defense.
Atlanta with the ball. They lead by 7. Coffee outside. And there's the whistle, illegal screen.
The idea of setting a screen on that play, it was the good idea, the right idea, but the execution was not.
Yeah, you really want to set a hard screen, but you also want to make sure it's a legal one.
Young with it. She's got 6. Pass to Smith. And they're going to count the bucket and send her to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Hey, when you think about the best rebounders in the game, Melissa Smith has to be in the conversation.
Well, statistically, she's been a top rebounder in the league. Smith is 6'4", does a nice job boxing out, getting physical in the paint. Well, it's still early in her career. Lots of room for Alyssa Smith to grow, and that's scary.
Atlanta in the lead. Pass to Griner. Now here's Howard. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta.
They'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Exactly. No need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter. The ball is in your court.
Gray outside. And that one's good. Wilson.
He is feeling it, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Dream out in front. They're up by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Welcome back. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. And you know, A'ja Wilson has been really making it happen.
Sheer dominance in the post by her so far, just tearing them to shreds when she gets the ball inside.
And getting it to her is the only hard part, because once she's got the rock, she's automatic.
The Aces trailing. Gray outside. Pass to Wilson. For the tie. And Jones pulls it down. Now here's Canada. Gray defending. And here's Griner. Griner with the screen. For 3, Ryan Howard. She scores her 6th bucket from the floor with that one, and she shot the ball 11 times. Pass to Wilson. Back to Gray. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession, so we'll have a jump ball. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. And again, the Dream score.
Well, when you look at all the different ways that Howard can score from all 3 levels, you just imagine that there's going to be many, many nights like this from her.
Chelsea Gray for 3. Griner with the rebound.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
Pass to Gray. Back to Howard. And there's the rejection. Gray outside. Wilson sets the screen. Inside. And she makes good on the layup.
The thing that Gray does again and again and again, provide your team with winning plays.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Outside Canada. Pass to Howard. Here's Griner. That one is good. She has missed only 1 of her 6 shots from the floor.
She's their go-to scorer, and when she shoots the ball like she has today, that is what the scoreboard usually looks like.
And for
For this Atlanta team, it's been a long time since they've won a playoff series.
More than a decade at this point. 2013 was their last series win. 2018, their last year over 500. So Green fans are hungry for a winner.
Pass to Canada. Back to Howard. The tray. Rebound by the Aces. Wilson. He's guarded by Wilson. Outside Canada. Here's Gray. Guarded by Young. Pass to Griner. Howard. Clock at 6. Griner with the screen. Puts up a 3. Howard can't get it to go. And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too. You have to make sure your feet are set. When you set those screens, they'll get you for it.
I thought maybe she was set. Now, I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think maybe they got that one wrong.
And it's great to see that fantastic block on replay once again.
Great timing, great defensive awareness. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like this, it can alter your approach.
Now here's Howard. She's got 18. Gray outside. To the paint. Reiner guarded by Young. Here's the floater.
Reiner, no good.
Pass to Bell. Gray. Here's Wilson. No basket for the 7th time in 15 attempts this game. Down low. Gray, that's good.
Oh, nice size at the guard position at 6 feet. Gray with the ability to score down low.
And here are the Aces now. 9-point game, and the Aces call time here.
And during the last couple of off-season, Ryan Howard has worked as a D1 assistant coach.
Yeah, others might play overseas, maybe in that new 3-on-3 league. Howard's been coaching in a major conference. What a great experience for Ryan.
Pass to Bell. Gray, guarded by Canada. Now here's Wilson. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Jones. Wilson can't hit.
She shot it so well in the last quarter, and this quarter she can't get anything to go. Things have gone south in a hurry.
The Aces trailing. Gray outside. Back to Wilson. Shoots over Jones. And a kind roll that time on the rim as that one falls in.
It's been an extremely efficient, productive game for her, but really, she can't do it all herself.
Gray outside. And a great assist by Jordan Canada, and that one falls in.
It's Gray's understanding of spacing and movement that, to me, help her navigate around the court so well.
Now here's Young. She's guarded closely. Gray guarded by Canada. Bader on the way. And it's Gray missing. And so here's Atlanta. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Pass to Howard. Here's Griner. No good from outside. Now Gray. She's got 12. Now Wilson. She's guarded by Griner. Now Bell. From beyond the arc. Sinks a three-pointer.
Moving the ball well out of the front court. Wilson with a nice find.
Atlanta in the lead. Outside Canada. Pass to Howard. Gray right side. Clock is at 3. Reiner's shot is off. And it's the Aces with the ball. Smith up top. Outside Young. And here's Wilson. Guarded by Jones. Double team on Asia Wilson. Pass to Bell. From downtown. Reiner with the rebound. Here's Canada. Gray outside. Picked by Jones. Good drive by Alicia Gray. For 3, Ryan Howard. It's hauled in by Chelsea Gray. And here's Bell. To the middle. Wilson. Outside Young. Fires the 3. Another shot. And it's laid up and in by Wilson.
Way to crash the offensive glass there. And once she gets her hands on it, you know it's going back up and in.
Atlanta calls timeout. Well, to get to this level, you're already a winner. But who is the best when it comes to taking home titles?
No doubt for me, it's the ultimate winner, Breanna Stewart. She's got all the college titles and multiple WNBA titles.
Same here. For a change, I agree with you, Brian. Stewart Steves hoists trophies at every level because of her two-way ability. When you got a prolific scorer on one end and a dominant defender on the other.
So both teams making some changes here. And here's Coffey. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Here's Caldwell. Evans covering. Shot clock at 3.
Pow gets the bucket.
That's a heads-up play right there, guys. Not just on the assist, but also on the finish.
Now here's Gray. 12 points for her. Outside Lloyd. Pass to Evans. Inside. Here's Wilson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dana Evans.
Really one of the best players in the pick and roll. Wilson has a great feel off the screen.
Pow with it.
Here's Walker Kimbrough.
Now here's Pow Pow.
Down low, Hillman. And Asia Wilson with the block.
A patient defender with the passion for blocking shots. Wilson's such an intimidating presence.
Now here's Gustafson.
Pass to Wilson. Shoots over Walker Kimbrough. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Good pass work. The assist was right on target.
Atlanta with the ball.
Now Caldwell.
Walker Kimbrough. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
They come out of halftime smoking hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and as hot as they are from out there, there's absolutely no reason not to just keep letting them fly.
I agree, Brian. They should all have the green light.
Evans misses. And stolen by Gray. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and game clock. Beyond the arc. And it's Dana Evans with the triple.
Well, straight up, the defense, they cannot let Evans get breathing room. But this is going to happen from deep.
Now here's Walker Kimbrough.
Covered by Lloyd. Now Walker Kimbrough.
Here's Pow Pow.
No good on the last second attempt there. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Dream. They lead by 4. And we're coming back right after this break to get the fourth quarter started. Okay, fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one with both sides coming to play so far.
Pass to Caldwell.
Walker Kimbrough, covered by Lloyd. Pass break, Las Vegas. Here's Young. And yep, it's good.
In transition, Young has fantastic finishing ability. A nose for the bucket, looks to run.
And so here's Atlanta. The lead is 2. Coffee outside. Walker Kimbrough. Let's go with a 3. Jones, no good. Now the Aces with it. Here's Bell. And it's all evened up.
And guys, after trailing for such a long time, they have to be feeling good about tying it up.
Hey, I mean, I would be. It's the fourth quarter, momentum on their side, ahead of steam. They should be feeling good.
What an end we've got coming.
Pass to Caldwell.
Coffee. Misses the 3. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
Screen by Gustafson.
To take the lead, and she lays it in.
You talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Well, they never hung their heads, even when they were down big earlier. They were really composed, never got desperate, and credit the coach for keeping them in it.
Exactly. Stay with your game plan.
Here's Caldwell.
Here's Jones. Stokes with the rebound. Right side, Young. Pass to Bell. Tries a 3.
Caldwell pulls it in.
The Dream on offense. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Jones, guarded by Young. And that one's good. Jones.
The defenders didn't really even get a sniff of her on that move to the iron.
Up top, Young. And it's Atlanta with the rebound. Coffee outside to the inside. Jones It's in and good for her 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Sharp pass to set up the very high percentage shot in close.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Back to Lloyd.
Screen by Gustafson.
Outside Lloyd. Shot clock at 5. Over to the left wing. Stokes. Gustafson. And fouled hard that time. And she'll get 2 shots at the line.
Oh, using her size well. Gustafson to the line.
At the line for your Las Vegas Aces, Megan Gustafson. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. So both teams changing it up here. Doesn't get the second. Atlanta in the lead. Outside Canada. Gray. And she's good on the 3 ball.
Supremely confident in her scoring abilities. Gray, she'll make you pay.
Here's Young.
Pass to Bell. Back to Young.
Screen by Smith.
To the paint. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jackie Young.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now for this 4th quarter. Canada up top. Shot high post.
Gustafson with the rebound.
And it's the Aces with the ball. Trailing by 2. Outside Young. Takes the 3. Good on the triple.
A natural point guard. Young's a gifted passer. Has that 6th sense to set up teammates.
And here's Canada. Out to the wing. Here's Gray. Misses the baby hook. Here's Las Vegas. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th. Now here's Young. He's tightly guarded. And there's a foul on the shot. She'll go to the line for 2.
And for Jackie Young, it was not an easy start to her WNBA career.
Yeah, she goes 1st overall in 2019, high expectations, and she shot just 32% in that rookie year. But things really clicked for her in year 4, 2022. Young winning most improved player, and of course, that 22 season, Aces, her team winning the championship.
And she makes the first.
And Jackie Young, a talented guard who scores at such an impressive clip.
That one falls, so she hits both of them. Atlanta trailing here. Pass to Jones. Now here's Gray, guarded by Young. Now Howard, looking to end the run.
Gustafson with the rebound.
Well, maybe she thinks she can shoot her way out of this cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Someone tell her it's time to give up the 3.
Young, Gray defending. Smith up top. Pass to Gray. It's stolen by Griner. Gray left side. The kick out to Canada. Back to Gray. Now here's Griner. 4 on the shot clock. Canada. And it comes off the front of the rim.
That he should be thanking her for that miss.
Now here's Young. Gray defending. Pass to Gray. Jordan Canada with the steal. Gray outside. Canada. Back to Gray. Griner with the screen. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Smith. Now here's Young. Gray defending. Pass to Gustafson. Jordan Canada with the steal. Howard up top. Stolen by Chelsea Gray. Reiner. She's guarded by Wilson. Outside Canada. And here's Gray. To end the drought. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so substitute. It's on Young.
An efficient, accurate free throw shooter. Gray is not the person you want to send to the line.
The first free throw is good. The Aces making a switch. So after making the first, she goes 1 for 2.
Yeah, they'd have loved to cut it to 1 there, but they're still in decent shape if they can get a stop.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Pivotal bucket from Young, played in so many huge college games, winning a national championship, was ready for the bright lights of the WNBA.
And Atlanta has possession. It's a 5-point game. Gray outside. Outside Howard. The three sinks the triple.
Absolutely fearless offensively. Howard knows her team is counting on her, so she gets it done.
Here's Gray. Smith outside. Wilson. Pass to Gray. Here's Smith. Excellent D there from Brittany Griner. Now here is Canada. The pick by Jones. On the wing, Alicia Gray.
Remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
To tie it up. Doesn't go for her.
Well, she's a player who, with a wide open look, will rarely miss.
Pass to Wilson. Smith. Down low. Howard. A basket good off the assist from Alicia Gray.
And Howard continues to deliver on the offensive end. The defense is lost. They don't know what to do.
Now here's Wilson. Guarded by Jones. Wilson, right side. Shoots over Jones. And another miss by Las Vegas. Howard, guarded by Howard. Up the court. Gets the bucket and the foul. That one on Howard.
I admire how A'ja Wilson's able to elevate her level of play in the clutchest of situations. Charity stripe in that situation. I got no doubt about that.
Now here's Howard. Defense right on her. Outside Canada. Gray. And it falls! Oh, that is an enormous missed three-pointer.
With a no-nonsense approach in tense moments, Gray is able to make plays when it matters most.
Steps back. Pass to Bell. Now here's Smith. She's guarded by Griner. 5 to shoot. Here's Wilson. Shoots over Jones. Griner with the rebound. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Gray. Back to Howard. Pass to Jones.
She lives for these moments. Gotta love how competitive Brianna Jones is.
Here's Gray. Inside. It's in! She has tied up this game! Oh, what a shot! To win the game! Oh, it's no good, and we're heading to overtime. Time expires, and we're going to overtime, baby! And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this has been a great game. Overtime one, getting going here right now. Now here is Canada. Jones outside. Pass to Griner. Gray. To the wing on the left. 5 on the clock. Lets it fly. The shot by Canada, no good. Gray outside. Now here's Smith. Pass to Gray. Fires for 3. A rebound by Gray. And what action in this one. We're about 1 minute into overtime. Now Jones. To the middle. Nice defense from Asia Wilson. Outside Young. Wilson sets a screen. And Jackie Young, good for 3.
So smooth on the handle. Young able to navigate the pick and roll.
Outside Canada. Howard up top. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot and will shoot 2 at the line.
At the line for the green, Ryan Howard. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
You know, Ryan Howard has got a good sense for finding her shots, and she is always ready to attack, which means the defense essentially has to watch her at all times.
And good on both. And here are the aces now. Pass to Smith. Young. Back to Smith. And stolen by Gray. Here's Canada. Now Gray. And out of bounds, the aces will take it.
Where was she going with that pass? I have no clue. That's awful. That's just giving it away.
The aces with the lead. Gray with it. Outside Young. clock at 6. Fires from 18. Green with the rebound. Outside Howard. To take the lead. And Asia Wilson with the block. Gray outside. Pass to Wilson. Shoots over Jones. Wilson can't hit. We're now about 3 minutes into this overtime period. Now here's Howard. Defense is right there. And that misses. That would have put them up. And the Aces with possession. They lead by 1. Back to Wilson. It's in!
Not surprised to see Wilson score the big-time bucket. She has an assortment of moves to throw at defenders.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Howard. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
What a big shot from Ryan Howard. She might not be the most experienced player, but she can certainly dig deep.
So it comes down to this.
Time for the stars to shine.
Outside Young. Nails the triple.
How about Young showing off her determination, not allowing the pressure to get to her.
And Atlanta has possession. Howard inside. Picked by Jones. Canada for 3. Las Vegas grabs the miss. And they commit the intentional foul, and we'll see another one of those so that they can get into the penalty.
You know, they had to foul to stop that clock. That's really the enemy in this situation.
Yeah, and who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range.
Maybe knock down a 3 or 2, who knows?
And that's how you defend. She wasn't showing any mercy with that swat.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and she is not about to give up an easy look.
Team foul. At the line for Las Vegas, Chelsea Gray. 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there, and I think you can close the book on this one, guys.
A 3 from Alicia Gray. The rebound by Asia Wilson. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. third team foul. At the line for your Las Vegas Aces, Melissa Smith. 2 shots.
2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And she does get the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Atlanta calls timeout. What's your take, guys?
They can call all the timeouts they want, but it really isn't going to do them any good.
No, there's nothing they can do to salvage this one at this point.
That's just a stat padding time.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, with the game out of reach, intentional fouls don't mean anything. Just an exercise in futility. Let the clock go.
I agree with you. It just doesn't make any sense to do it at this point. And come on, we both want to go home.
Exactly.
Gets the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. Second free throw, no good that time, and she really wanted that one. So the Aces win it. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride, boys. I mean, thought it might in the regulation, but they came through big and did exactly what they needed to once we got to overtime.
And that'll wrap it up.